Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kecara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And today I'll continue sharing from the book by my guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. And this is the book that I'll be sharing from. Compassion Conquers All. Teachings on the 8 verses of Mind Transformation, Sam Rinpoche. And I've already done 3 sessions previously, and I do hope that if you have not visited that sessions, I do hope that you listen to it, and so that this will be a continuation, and you know what is the I'm reading on. So today it will be on page 42 on chapter 1, which is motivation. And let me go to a picture that I would like to share with you before I go there. Here you go. This is a picture of our practice, who the protector. He's an enlightened being who is here to help us on our path, our spiritual path, in removing obstacles, in fulfilling our wishes. And he's very swift in answering our prayers. He's Doje Shukden, and above him is Lord Manjushri, who is the Buddha of wisdom. So while you enjoy this picture, I will do the sharing from the book. It's page 42, and we'll be doing wrong. The topic is now on motivation, and I'm doing wrong projections. We can apply these examples with everything around us, in everything that has happened in our lives that has so-called disappointed us. It is our wrong projection and wrong attachment to it. It is not the object itself. All objects are free of inherent existence. Inherent existence means existing on its own without causes. If wealth could exist on its own, without any causes, it could bring us happiness because it would be permanent. So if something can exist on its own, without dependency on causes, it will be permanent. If these things are permanent, they will bring happiness. Because wealth comes under the classifications of happiness, because wealth comes under the classification of impermanent phenomena, our grasping at it as being permanent when it is not makes us suffer. It is like when we meet someone new. If we have a projection that this person is kind, compassionate, honest, and will be loyal, and we find out later they are not, it is not that which makes us suffer. It is our wrong projection of that person, what we think they should be like, that they didn't fit our projection. It is because of our wrong projection of that person or that phenomenon that we suffer. We do not suffer because of that person or that phenomenon. So we go on ignorantly blaming other people, other situation, other things. And from that wrong projection and wrong perception, we shout, we scream, we hurt, we use harsh words, we kill, we steal, we lie, we commit sexual misconduct, we use schismatic speech, we put others down. It is from that wrong perception we do all those negative types of actions. Those negative types of actions will bear fruit. Because the root is negative, of course the sprout, what the result will be, is negative. What makes us suffer? So what makes us suffer is not realizing that things do not inherently exist on its own. Every phenomenon is impermanent. It is our stubbornness not to accept that fact and to put more into it than it is. It is our stubbornness to have the wrong projection towards an object of 5 senses. And it not fitting our projections the way we think it should be that makes us suffer. And the worst part of it is that we do not have enough wisdom, clarity of mind, meditational powers, and penetrative wisdom to actually see an object for what it really is. Therefore, we are stuck with 2 problems. First, wrong perception due to the delusional mind, due to the wrong mind and wrong perception. And second, a grasping at the wrong projected perception. So grasping at the wrong projection and wrong projection itself makes us suffer. Grasping. What is grasping? I will give you an example, the same one I gave previously. When we meet someone and feel that they should be a certain way and we build up our hopes, that is grasping onto the way we think they should be. And when that person does not fulfill what we thought they should be through our lack of wisdom, then we think they are bad, they are evil, they are negative, they are not good. I must fight them, I must get revenge, I must get them back. So it is actually not them. If we use our wisdom, it is not them. If it is our wrong perception and our lack of wisdom to perceive. The lack of wisdom to perceive and the wrong perception itself are also impermanent, which means it can be removed, because these two factors are based on other conditions to survive. Therefore, there is an end to suffering. Logically, because those very perceptions are impermanent, that is a clear implication that there can be eradication or annihilation or destructions of those actual causes that brings us unhappiness. Think about it. All our sufferings arise from wrong perception of all wrong projections onto everything around us. From morning to night, we have wrong projection. That wrong projection can come from conditioning. It can come from stubbornness, laziness, and selfish attitude. Ego is what makes us basically have wrong projection. And then having the wrong projection and acting out on that wrong projections brings unhappiness. Please think about it. This point is extremely crucial. We should pray to Manjushri and J. Tsongkhapa for this realization, not for anything else. Check everything in your life, every day for 24 hours. And from the time we were born until now, the acts we have done are based on our projections. Some of them wrong, some of them correct. Now think carefully. The minute we stop this or train ourselves in stopping this, the suffering starts to lessen. The problem may remain the same, but you suffer less. And that is the point. And when you suffer less, you have clarity of mind and therefore the ability to solve it. That is the whole point. When you practice Dharma and you have a wrong projected expectation that your problems will be solved immediately now, that is very demanding of the Buddhas. And if it's not that, and it's not the Buddha are not going to acquiescent or agree to your demands. All of the problems and difficulties arise from that. And the more we add to that projections, the more we reinforce it and recondition it. Recondition it and recondition it again and again and again. And our sufferings increase, and increase. Even if we get wealth, even if we get cars, money, homes, fame, our sufferings become even more intense to the point of suicide, to the point of going crazy. That is why people who have many things suffer greatly, and people who don't have anything suffer greatly. Either way, you suffer because the causes of suffering is within you. Think about it. So how can you go to the Buddhas, go to Jesus Christ, go to God and pray constantly that your suffering cease when you do not lift one finger to actually remove the cause of suffering? When you realize that point and start acting in ways that start cutting out conditioning, wrong view, and wrong projection, you will see your sufferings lessen, even if you have many problems to endure. And that is how great masters, great Dharma practitioners are always happy, always willing, always enthusiastic, always ever ready to help others, even though they may have hundreds of people criticizing them, hating them. They endure many difficulties, many problems, financially, physically, health, environmental, social. They may go through many difficult types of sufferings and problems. Yet they will go on, teach, practice, help, and never lose their enthusiastic perseverance, because they have realized that point. That is the reason, because they have realized that point. Until you realize that point, you are in samsara, your own samsara. Samsara is not a wheel on the wall in which you get reborn. From this realm to that realm, we all have our own samsara, and that is the crucial realizations we need to have in order to cut it. Samsara is another word for suffering. Think about it. So, to support that growth, that meditation, that realization, or that understanding, we must continuously collect merits. So, when we start to change our luck, that is the luck we should change. That is why we make offerings to the three jewels, serve our gurus, study the Dharma, meditate, chant, recite mantras, go on retreats and pilgrimages, offer incense, offer joss sticks, serve the Sangha, do charity works, and so on. That is the reason to collect merits, to be able to support the growth of those realizations. When you can support the growth of those realizations, your sufferings lessen and eventually stopped. That is why purification of negative karma and the collection of pure positive karma is so crucial and important in our practice. We may think that making offerings on an altar, cleaning, doing our prayers is so menial and so small, and it is not real Dharma practice. Wrong view. Anything done in relation to the enlightened beings creates extremely powerful propensity. How much we put into it is how much we will get back. Buddha Shakyamuni has said, he was asked by one of his disciples, when the Buddha is alive and when the Buddha is present, making offerings to the three jewels in the form of Buddha Shakyamuni allows us to collect a great amount of merit and to destroy vast amounts of negative karma. When the Buddha is not physically here anymore, what shall we do? Then the Buddha replied, when I'm not around, making offerings to an image in the likeness of myself and believing it is me will be equal to making offerings to me in person and directly. So when we uphold the images of Buddhas and put beautiful ornaments and gold and make beautiful offerings and make a place for them and make an effort for them, it is the same as having the actual living Buddhas themselves in your presence. And any actions that you do within their presence is the same as the amount of merit you would collect if you actually did it for them in person. And that is a direct quote from Buddha Shakyamuni himself, not from one of his disciples, an Indian pandit or a Tibetan guru. So we should be ever persevering in making offerings, maintaining our altar, making prostrations, making mandalas, Vrajasattva, doing our meditational deity practice, studying up on the Dharma, meditating, and most important, applying it in our daily lives. In fact, we should be ever persevering because that will become the root cause for cutting out suffering. We should contemplate on this. We should not be like the cup with holes. We hear it, say it correctly, pray, go home, and then go back to the same thing day after day, month after month, year after year, with no improvements and some danger of degeneration. We should be like a cup without holes and retain it, think about it, contemplate it, study it, and specially collect merits to support it. If we don't, we can be in Dharma for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and will never change, never transform. In fact, the ego becomes bigger. I'm a senior Dharma practitioner. You should listen to me. I've met 20 Rinpoches. I've done 50 rainy season retreats. Wonderful, but you will still be going to hell. You are still suffering. Wonderful, but let me see the results. The result should be obvious, a changing and transformation of your character. So let's not leave the Dharma talk despondent. We should leave the Dharma talk happy that we have some kind of realization and try to make a change in our lives and transform. Now, this moment, today, from today on, and maintain it by studying, practice, and relationship with our gurus, if we have one. We should maintain it. From effort to effortlessness. And by that constant nurturing, like a small child, It will grow into adulthood, able to protect and watch itself, able to take care of itself. Like that, these realizations will come to the point where they are irreversible, where without effort they remain steady and constant. Effortless giving, effortless patience, effortless enthusiasm, effortless compassion, effortless bodhicitta. It will become effortless. Dharma is a mirror. On that basis, every phenomenon is empty of true existence, free of inherent existence, not existing on its own right. It is existing on causes because it is existing on causes. Once we cut the causes, it cannot exist anymore. In that case of delusions, negative mind, we can stop it. It will be very good if we can memorize the 8 worldly concerns, commit them to memory, and make sure that we can recite them every day. People like to recite a lot of mantras. People like to recite a lot of long sadhanas and intricate, complicated deities with a lot of hands, a lot of arms, a lot of legs, a lot of consorts. How many legs, how many arms, how many consorts, what's their color, what are they carrying in their hands? We like to have those pictures and have those statues and go to those initiations and show them to our friends and tell them how holy, intricate, and complicated and how high we are with these high initiations. And in the end, when we check, the very fact that we like to show off to our friends shows what the motive is. That the motive is incorrect. I'm not here to criticize you, and I'm not here to tell you that all of you do have these worldly motivations, that you are all so naughty. In order for you to not have those types of motivation, you must understand them, the faults behind them, recognize them, and that can only come from hearing about them. We should not think that the Dharma is insulting us. We should think that Dharma is a mirror for us to reflect our actions within. So whatever we do, we reflect it in the mirror of Dharma to see if we are doing it correctly or not. The Dharma should be treated like a mirror. The Dharma teacher should be the mirror holder, and the Sangha should be the one polishing the mirror. And we are the ones looking into the mirror. So it's very important that we see the Dharma as a mirror for us to reflect our actions. And when we do any type of action, we should immediately check it with the Dharma to see if it is correct or not. If it is not, we should not feel insulted. We should not feel despondent, and we should not feel that I can't do it. In fact, we should be very happy that there is something we can check it with to improve. We have a guideline out of samsara. By renouncing samsara, worldliness, self-centeredness, we become real people. We become human beings, beings with compassion. And with that, I will end my sharing for now. Before I go, I would like to share with you some events at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And this is one of it, Ulambana, which will take place on Saturday, 10th of August 2019. The time is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. The event starts at 9 a.m. with a grand opening speech and Dharma sharing. At 9:30, there's the Grand Ulambana Genze Puja, which brings good fortune, long life, and merits. At 12:15 p.m., there's the free vegetarian lunch. At 2 p.m., it's the Grand Ulambana Trakze Puja, which is for protection and blessings. The event ends at 5 p.m. There are several packages for your sponsorship, where you may be able to gain the merits in dedication to remembrance of your dearly departed, or even just to be grateful for those who are around you. The packages starts from $20 and goes up to the grand sponsor at 6,888. So these are the merits that you are able to dedicate to your loved ones. And there are 2 numbers that you are able to call for more information. which is 609-221-5600 or 603-7803-3908. Otherwise, you could send message through WhatsApp at 6012-987-3908 or at care@kechara.com. Alternatively, you can visit rajasecrets.com and learn more of the event, and at the same time you're able to sponsor the packages to gain the merits for dedication online. So wherever you may be, that is not convenient for you to actually come to the front desk to pay for the sponsorship, you can go online to actually do the sponsorship. So if you're traveling overseas, or you live overseas, or you even out of state, you can go on rajasecrets.com to sponsor the packages, whichever that is you feel comfortable with and within your means, and the puja will be carried out and the merits will be still dedicated as you wish. So this is on the 10th of August 2019. If you are here locally, please do make time to spend your time with us at this event and attend the traditional Tibetan prayer session. It'll be very interesting, and you'll learn how a real Tibetan prayer session is like. So the other events that is going on, which is this Saturday, 3rd of August, it's from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's a spiritual Saturday. We have this spiritual Saturday every Saturday of the month, except for maybe the Ulambana prayer session. And there's at 9 a.m. for this coming Saturday is at 9 a.m. You help to write the Ulambana tablets and mantra stones for dedication, to help others to write and where they are able to do their dedication. And also at 11 a.m. there's the introductory Falcon Cross for beginners, and at 12:30 then there's lunch. So if you're interested, please do RSVP for your place and your meal by contacting this number 017-965-9484 through WhatsApp, or you can email us at retreat@kechara.com. If you're not able to join this Saturday, there are other Saturdays within August that you're able to join, and you're able to learn more of these activities by visiting this bit.ly/2 capital Z 5 L capital D 5K. Okay, so that's the events that's going on at Kechara Forest Retreat. And with that, I will end my session for today. Please do revisit my 3 sessions before this, so that you have a continuation for this session. And actually from today's reading, I have understood something that is relating to my own mind. So it's always good to read from my guru's books, because they are all very it's the wisdom of discovery of your own mind, and how you can overcome to lessen the sufferings of your mind. So this is the book again, and if you do not have one, I will encourage you to get one. You can visit rajasecrets.com, where they should be selling it there. Thank you very much, and I'll end this session in dedication in Tibetan. Changyur Sengcho Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geishi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Goni Gondu Pewashu, Tony Towa Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geishi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Goni Gondu Pewashu, Raso Juni Sapagi Wadi, Danandro Aguna Gapadang, Jepa Jesu Losan Trapai, Tamping Imporin to Sa, Se Sho, Ge Wakuntu Yana Lamadan, Dromicho Kipala Lonchochi, Sadam Langi Yote Rasoni, Doji Changi Ngopangatus, Ge Wadi, Yududa, Lamasang Yudruyuni, Drowa Chika Malupa, De Salago Pashu, Joki Kapusungkapa, Josu Nampape Ola. ba ge ki sama si wadang tu gi malu sawan sho dadam sungi du sundan dre wa songi latini ge wala santa pai tampa yu riva gyu shi ni modele sendele ni mingu nyandele shi ni sing tatu dela pel kunchu sungi jingilo kunchu sungi ngotu so kunchu sungi trasi sho jesu lama kuserok ting ching nam ka trini chochu ke padang lo som tempe dro mi sop sungi dro e musa tatu ni gyu shi gawe rawe ko e shin kam den pendan de o malu gyu en charan sik wan ten sing get so yi shape shi re baru den gyu shi hom to pe ngot ro malu pa den de dala sa du so kodan den pa long chot nam ke pa so shik shuk tin sel. So thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope to see you for my next session.